Welcome back, everyone, and Happy New Year! And today it is time for us to start another season of Piney Plays the Lore Master, where we are here at Non Siranan, ready to speak with Rothwald here. Let's see what he has to say.
We will reclaim the lost halls of Khazad-dûm.
What brings you to this place, traveler? An expedition of my folk has come to Holeen to seek our kinsman Balin within the vastness of Khazad-dûm. But I deem this has naught to do with your affairs. Still, our lords Bosi and Broger have recommended that we accept whatever help is offered to us in this matter. Did they mean outsiders, I wonder? If you truly wish to aid the dwarves in reclaiming the halls of our fathers, speak with Tolk on the other side of this archway. We have not heard from Balin for many years, and we may find great halls of Khazad-dûm empty, or full of danger. So that's the question. Will we find Balin there with great vast riches of mithril? Will we find the halls completely empty, or see it full of danger? This is an MMO. Which one do you think you're going to find? Yeah, we'll accept the quest, and it's time for us to enter into the start of Moria. The real question is, what is the best pet to bring along for us in this little trip into Moria? I figure birds aren't going to feel too comfortable within Moria. Bears, a bit big. Friend of nature, while I would love to bring one along, it doesn't sound like something that's going to feel real comfortable underground. I guess that leaves us our links there, because I think commune with nature will be a bit overkill with the healing side. So it looks like it's going to have to be our links that we bring along, such as we had during much of last season. So let us head down here and see what these dwarves want. And this looks like talk, but we'll talk.
Khazad-dûm has long been lost to us, but we will reclaim it.
Welcome to Holeen, Pine Wolf. We have followed our lords Bosi and Broger here with the purpose of reclaiming the mines of Moria, lost to us for too many long years. If you are willing to aid us in this venture, we will be grateful for as long as the mountains stand above the halls of our fathers. Know this, though. Khazad-dûm has long ago taken from the dwarves by violence and slaughter, and has remained devoid of our kind throughout the long years. Balin led an earlier expedition to reclaim the great city, but there has been no word from him for many years. We do not know what we will find within the mines of Moria.
Spies of our enemies are everywhere.
We had not been long here before it became clear that some power was keeping a watchful gaze on Holeen. Filthy Crebain have appeared in great numbers, spying on our efforts and troubling our workers. I do not know to what purpose news of our efforts have been put, but their presence has made Bosi unwary, and that is enough for me. To the south, you can see where the Saranan once flowed, but it has dried up in the stream bed that is now empty. Walk along the banks, defeating any of the spying Crebain you see there, and bring me their talons. We can put those vile birds' claws to various uses. More importantly, though, you'll be hindering whatever fell plan the master of these spies may be brewing for our kinsmen. Right, so let us go and find out. But we may have to revise our that here. This is, of course, the pet that we'll be bringing underground, but I would think that want to fight a Corvine? Bring my own Corvine. That's it. I'll bring out a Raven, and that's what we'll use for this particular battle. I know game mechanics really don't require us to have a flying pet for this, but that's what we'll do anyway. Sometimes, who cares about game mechanics? Have a little bit of lore bit. Well, even if it's my own lore rather than the official lore, in order to decide what to bring along. Here we go. Let's take care of a couple of these crows. Crabine. Birds of black. Well, I better not complain about birds of black feathers, seeing how I'm using a raven right now. Yeah. Spying crabine. That's it. Yes, that's right. Spying blackbirds as opposed to friendly blackbirds. There you go. And one more of these, and then we should have enough talons to take care of this. Assuming this, I don't think I've ever had a case where a crabine didn't have any talons, so I don't know why they bother counting both the kills and the talons. Could be possible that back in the original version, before they had open tapping and all that stuff, maybe only one member of the party would get the talon or something like that. That's possible, though that certainly isn't applicable anymore today. Hello there, Talk. I've brought the talons.
Thank you for this, my friend.
Not only thanking you for the talons, but for defeating the agents of whatever power believes that the dwarves have no business in Holeen or in Khazad-dûm. Yeah, I'm sure it was Saruman.
The dwarves will prevail.
I've written a report for you to bring to Bosi, Pine Wolf. Show him this document, and he will determine how best to utilize your assistance. You will find Bosi near some of the wagons beyond the rocky outcroppings to the southeast. Just follow the road as it bends around the outcropping as it turns northeast. All right, so let us find Bosi the dwarf. So Tok decided to talk in the form of a report. Hello there, are you Bosi?
Thank you for this report, and welcome to Holeen.
Yes, our work here has been given more slowly than we expected. Yes, my cousin Broger and I determined to seek Baleen within Moria some months ago, but it took many weeks to assemble the expedition of dwarves willing to accompany us. We chose a roundabout way over the mountains, so as to speak with Lord Glowing, a close friend of our father's, about Khazad-dûm. His words were grim. I do not think he believes that our expedition will succeed. It has been too long without word, he said to us, for Baleen, son of Fudin, to live still within the mines. I am beginning to perceive the likelihood of this warning, Pine Wolf. Oh? What happened?
The Holeen gate is blocked with rubble, and my dwarves work to clear it.
When we arrived at the Holeen gate some days ago, we found the doors of Diran sealed by rubble and debris. Our road seems poorly chosen now. I wonder if the Dimril gate on the eastern side of the mountain is open. Dwarves of our expedition have been working to unearth the gate, but it is lean and hungry work. Bring them these lunches so that they may harbor strength for the labors ahead. Travel north up the slope between the rocky walls, and you will find workers resting all along the path to the Holeen gate, and there are more along the edge of the water before the doors. Speak with War at the gate, and you will have done this, and he will have further tasks for you. Pine Wolf, Needles, Lunchbringer. Wonderful. Hello there. Let me guess. You want me to bring the condiments for the lunch, right?
What foul and nameless things we face in Moria, I know not.
No, I have some half-orcs to take care of across the dried river. All right, I'll come back to you later. I have this important lunch expedition to take care of first. Lunches. Ah, here we go. Are you looking for lunch? No, you're not.
4 of my best dwarves have gone missing.
Pardon? Can I help you? My cousin and I have a great number of things to manage here, and I do not have a moment to spare on other matters. You wish to help? Well, if you're willing to work, I can certainly find a use for you. I dispatched 4 of my finest dwarves to investigate the cavern that flows with water. It is just up the slope to the east, and they have not yet reported back. If you can find these 4 inside the Blackwater and bring me word of their findings, I will reward you for your trouble. Now that you have a task of which to busy yourself, pray you do not linger about, for I find it distracting. Leave me! There is much I must consider. Broger is just so rude. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah. Broger. Now, you look like a dwarf that could use some
The
lunch.
shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Thank you for this. I was afraid I might waste away without something to eat soon. We'll have unearthed the Holine Gate before too long, but it's not easy work. We work in shifts in order to get the job done as efficiently as possible, and apparently you're working night and day because it's getting really late. More like a midnight snack than a lunch, if you ask me, but alright, here you go. Here's some.
These halls will be great once more.
Thank you for this lunch. My stomach is just beginning to grumble. My kinsmen are wondering what it is we'll find within Khazad-dûm. Lord Balin alive and well, great riches from Mithril, countless orcs and goblins. I'm gonna put my money on that third one. I suppose we'll see, but I'm hoping for the Mithril. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. This is where I'm supposed to investigate the doors. Alright, I'll be back here in a moment. First, I have a very important lunch delivery act to do. Yes. We cannot put off the swift delivery of lunches. I just need a name for the Pineleaf lunch delivery service. Hello.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
This lunch will be just the thing to refresh me after my long labor, and I thank you for it. We would not have followed just anyone here to Holine and the darkness Khazad-dûm. Lords Bosi and Broger are young, true, but they are stout of heart, and their fathers earned great renown as part of Thorin's company. This could be our chance to achieve glory of the same kind. Bosi and Broger are young, and yet they both have, well, I was going to say grown sons, maybe not completely grown, but I'd say more of adolescent sons, I suppose, might be a better phrase to it, whatever counts as adolescent for dwarves. Hello there, are you hungry?
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Thank you for this lunch. I will eat it in a moment. There is something about this lake I do not like, but I cannot figure out what it is. It makes me uneasy. Well, it's January, so it can't be mosquito season. So at least you won't have to worry about that. Not that well, okay. I was about to say they don't have mosquitoes in Middle-earth, but they do have things like midges and the like, which are probably just as bad. And I would assume that midge season would be a little bit out of midge season, and while they don't keep track of those things really in LOTRO, I noticed the lack of midges in this particular setup, so it might be they took the season into account on the matter. Hello there, Pineleaf lunch delivery.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Thank you for this lunch. You are truly courageous to help us thus. Or have you not yet heard of the tale of Deer's Bane? At any rate, you have my thanks. Yes, I am very courageous in bringing you this lunch. And I should tell you that someone's very uneasy about that lake there, so you might not want to do that. But yes, Durin's Bane. Aha! So does that mean that Durin's Bane was a lack of eating? That's a possibility. Because if I'm being courageous in bringing this to them, then yes, Durin must have starved to death. Hello there. I see you're busy right now. Quite an impressive gate there. Hey, would you be needing something to eat after you're finished?
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Ah, prepared lunch! Lord Bosley is doing a fine job in keeping us fed and rested. We will repay both him and Lord Broger when we have our strength, and be through the rubble in no time. What will we find in this gate, I wonder? I wonder. And what about you?
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
You have my thanks for this lunch, but I will have to eat it when my shift is done. We'll be through this rubble in no time. 'Tis odd, though. My pick tells me that this debris hasn't yet settled. I'd wager a wagon full of Moria silver that this collapse happened recently. And of course, that's to fit in with the lore of the whole place, because it's probably only a couple of days since this collapse happened, or whatever, because the expedition goes in there not too long after the Company of the Ring leaves in there. So obviously, because the Company of the Ring doesn't finance a full expedition in there or anything like that. Hello there, I have just bravely delivered lunch.
We are running low on pickaxes. They break too easily.
You've come at just the right time, Pine Wolf. We're really going through pickaxes up here, and if we break any more, it will hinder our progress in digging out of the Holy Gate. Bring these broken pickaxes back to Lord Bosley and tell him that we need some replacements, and quickly, if we are to continue making good progress. If you find him near the bank of the Seranin, south of the winding road that ends here at the gate. I'm pretty sure that I can find him since I found this place from him. But I think that means that we need to explore that cave next, because yes, we have performed the high priority task of delivering lunches, and now comes the slightly not quite high priority task of investigating that cavern. Then we can go to the slightly less priority task of getting new pickaxes, because let's face it, if the pickaxes are not quite ready so swiftly, then at least give the dwarves a little time to rest in order to be ready and fresh for when they get back to work and all that stuff. So therefore, I think that this cave is going to be the next stage of our journey, which is where we are going to enter when we return for the next episode of Piney Plays The Lore Master.